location.
A man named Pet, an American journalist, has just arrived at a remote location called Wildlife Reaper Cruise to investigate an incident that happened 12 years ago. Before the trip begins, Pet stops by a cafe for a cup of coffee. On the wall, he notices photos and information about the ferocious wild crocodiles that inhabit the area he is about to visit. The trip is led by a wildlife expert named Alice, who also brings her dog along. During the journey, their boat stops for a moment to watch other tourists feed a crocodile that can jump high. Alice explains that crocodiles usually stay in the water and are often fed live ducks, so there's nothing to worry about.
Wow, where did you get to? Yep.
As they continue down the river surrounded by high cliffs, one of the tourists records the scenery and accidentally spots a flare in the distance. When a second flare appears, they realize someone is in trouble. The group decides to go and check it out. They travel through a narrow and quiet part of the river. Alice soon realizes they've entered a restricted zone rarely visited by tourists. Pet starts to get a bad feeling about the place. By evening, it's getting dark, and they've gone far off course. They find an overturned boat in the swamp, which they believe belonged to the person who sent the flares. Suddenly, a massive crocodile emerges from the water. Alice quickly steers the group toward a nearby small island. Their boat is badly damaged and can't be used again. Now they are trapped on the island, with no idea how long they'll have to stay there. The tourists try to find a way to communicate for help, but all their devices are water damaged. Their phones have no signal because the place is so remote. As the night grows darker and the tide rises, one man suggests swimming to the mainland, but the idea is quickly rejected. It's far too dangerous. When one tourist tries to use the radio, a crocodile suddenly attacks and drags him underwater. His wife screams hysterically while others try to calm her down. Pet keeps searching for a signal, while Alice and Pet notice a flare gun floating nearby. However, if they try to retrieve it, they'll likely be eaten just like the tourist. Alice explains that they are now inside a crocodile nesting area, making them the creature's targets. She feels guilty for bringing the tourists there and realizes their safety is entirely her responsibility. In the midst of the chaos, a man named Neil and his friend arrive, unaware of what has happened. While joking with his friend, their boat is attacked by a crocodile. Only Neil survives. His friend is devoured. As the water continues to rise and the small island begins to sink, Neil comes up with an idea. He decides to swim across the river with a rope and tie it to a tree on the other side. He manages to reach the mainland safely. After securing the rope, the tourists begin crossing one by one. However, a woman becomes exhausted halfway and can't continue. Neil tries to help her, but he slips, and his flashlight falls into the water. At that moment, the crocodile appears and drags him down.
Keep going! For Christ's sake, move!
The rest of the group panics and rushes to cross the rope bridge. The rope can't handle the weight, and several fall into the water. Luckily, the crocodile is still busy eating Neil, allowing the others to make it to safety. But soon after, another tourist is pulled underwater right in front of his wife and child. One tourist finds a bottle of alcohol and comes up with a plan to distract the crocodile by throwing dead ducks into the water. The plan works, giving the others enough time to swim to shore safely. Now only Pet and Alice remain on the island. As Alice steps into the water to cross, she suddenly disappears. The crocodile attacks her. Pet tries to help, but the crocodile is too strong, and he's overpowered. Pet, now alone with Alice's dog, follows the animal's instincts to a hidden cave. Inside, he discovers piles of bodies, the crocodile's victims, and finds Alice still alive but badly injured. As he tries to rescue her, the crocodile returns. Pet hides Alice and prepares to face the beast alone. He fights desperately against the giant crocodile. Though he's nearly killed, he grabs a sharp piece of wood and drives it deep into the crocodile's mouth, finally killing it. When morning comes, the rescue team arrives and evacuates the survivors. Alice is taken away by medics, while the other tourists have already been rescued earlier. Pet finally understands that the incident from 12 years ago was real and that anyone who comes to this place will never return.